Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute. The last few weeks been kind of rough. I am currently being held together by many braces, medical tape, and the last remaining granule of willpower that I possess. Today's video, as well as the next couple, won't feature crochet, or at least they probably won't feature crochet. This one definitely not, because I physically can't at the moment, just dealing with a tear in my shoulder, which I'm working on healing, but it is a very slow process and I don't want to rush it and risk doing further damage. Right, so for today's video, what I thought I would attempt is sort of an audience participation challenge, but it'll also be a future challenge for me. And at the same time, it's going to test my amigurumi designer skills. What does that mean? Well, because I can't crochet, I will instead try and design crochet pieces, just a few amigurumi pieces, and at some point in the future, I will then use those to create my own Franken-pattern. If you've seen any of my past collabs with Kylie from Complicated Knots, you will know exactly how this process is going to work. But today, instead of crocheting the pieces that I design, I'm simply going to go through the process of designing them. I'll start by thinking of a shape. I will then draw that shape. After that, I will design a written pattern for that shape I just drew, trying to replicate its dimensions without actually crocheting it. Lastly, I will put my notebook away, and then at some point down the line, futurely, we'll come back to it, crochet those pieces, and then put them together in her own Franken-pattern. Sadly, currently can't do that, so it's going to be up to futurely to make this whole project come together. And I did mention that I want this to have sort of a community or audience participation aspect. That means whatever pieces I design, all of you out there are welcome to join in on this. So you can create your own Franken-patterns from these pieces if you so wish. Let me get set up here. Everything's taken almost twice as long as usual because I can't really use my left arm. We're going to start to design our first amigurumi piece here. And this first one that I will design is going to be the largest piece, and it's going to be a closed piece too. I'm thinking this may be the head and body, but honestly, when it comes to Franken-patterns, a piece that you intend to use for like a specific purpose doesn't always get used for that purpose. To start off, what sort of shape should we go with? I'm thinking nothing at all, apparently. I've drawn a blank. Let's go with maybe a sort of mushroomy shape for the top, or a toadstooly shape for the top. And then maybe we can decrease more on one side, so there'll be a bigger decrease here, and only a slight curve on the other side here. And then perhaps we can mirror that by having increases back here, so going up, and then flatter on this side, and then maybe it can narrow down like so. It kind of looks like some sort of hybrid mushroom seahorse. And now that I have the basic shape that I want to go with, I'll need to try and write a written pattern for it, but I'm not actually going to be crocheting as I explained at the start. So I'll start off with round one. You know what, we'll write it down here instead. Round one, like I normally would be 6 single crochet in a magic circle. 6. And then I may keep increasing by 6 for a couple of rounds. Fairly standard stuff. I could increase by 3, but I think that would give me a steeper curve than I want. I want a more rounded shape for this, so we're going to go 6 increases. Alright, so increased out to 24. I think that will do. I'll put in 2 rounds of just single crochet, so that'll be rounds 5 and 6. 24 single crochet. And then I think we'll start the decreases. I'm wondering whether or not I should work in the back loop only here to give this section, whatever we're going to be calling that, a sharper curve. Yeah, I might do that. Let's throw in some stitches worked in the back loop only. So round 7, back loop only. We'll go, because I want to keep the decreases mainly stacked on this side. Do I want to do that for the first decrease round though? Because I do want a little bit of decreasing here. You know what we'll do? We'll do the decreases. So we'll go 6 decreases. So 6 decreases is worked across 12 stitches, followed by 12 single crochet. That's going to give me my 24 stitches from the previous round all up. That'll bring me down to 18. And then in round 8, we will decrease by 6, staggering our increases around. No, that should be decrease, not increase, Lee. 6. So that'll bring us down to 12. I'm wondering if I've made this piece a bit too small, but I'm hesitant to add any more increases because I want this part to be larger, and overall I don't want this piece to be huge. I could decrease down further, I just won't decrease by 6. I might decrease by 3. So if we do round 9, and we can go 3 decreases this time. So 3 decreases worked across 6 stitches, which leaves me with 6 single crochet remaining, and that will take us down to 9. Next question, do I want to add in a single crochet round between my decreases here and my increases here? No, I think the answer to that is no. We're just going to increase again straight away. And I think to give this a bit more of an interesting shape, hopefully, I will increase by 3 for 2 or 3 rounds. Not many, just 2 or 3. That'll make this section here not quite as like rounded as this section at the top here. Nor for like this section, because I plan to increase by 6 here. Alright, I've increased by 3 twice. I'm gonna call it there, and I will continue to do this section. So we'll go this bit here, and I'll increase by 6. The middle section here is just going to be rounds of single crochet, nothing special there. And then I'm going to slowly decrease my way back down. For the first portion, so roughly about here, I'm going to decrease by 6. But then for the bottom section, I'm going to mirror what I did at the start here and then decrease by 3. So that should give me a little tail is the word that springs to mind, but I don't necessarily know if that's going to be a tail, but we'll stick with tail for now. It works. So where was I? Round 11. We will increase by 6 for a couple of rounds. I've increased out to 36 stitches. I'm thinking I'll do maybe 5 rounds of just single crochet. I mean, 5 rounds is a good solid number, isn't it? Why not? Let's go with 5 rounds. 15 to 19. There will be 36. And then, can you guys still see that? Yes, thankfully. Now I will decrease by 6 for... I increased by 6 for 3 rounds here. I don't know if I should mirror that or not, because I don't want it to be exactly the same. I want a little bit of variation. I'm not going for a completely symmetrical look, so maybe I'll just decrease by 6 for 2 rounds here. I just realized something. I was meant to stack my increases in these rounds so I'd get the bump happening here. I did not do that. I'm just gonna leave myself a note to stack these, because the stitch counts are right, I think, but I just need to rearrange where my increases are. So I want the increases to be here to form this bump, as I said. So sort of similar to what I've done previously with my decreases, I want to stack them all on the same side here. So when I type this out, I'll make sure that I stack those increases. So I want to do the same with the decreases here. I want to stack those. And the same will apply to the decreases that follow. That's kind of a bugger. I didn't mean to do that. I think it's force of habit. Most of the time, I stagger my increases so they're even, but yeah, didn't want to do that in this case. For round 22, might start decreasing by 3. Okay, there we go. 29 rounds in total, which is good because when I was thinking about this, I wanted to keep it roughly 30 rounds or under, so I hit that target. Where I failed, however, was stacking my increases. With piece 1 out of the way, we're going to go on to piece 2. For piece 2, I don't know, what can I do for piece 2? I want to try and get some pieces that are a range of sizes. So I've got this one, which will be the largest, and then I think I will slowly decrease in size. So my smallest piece, I'm aiming to have that roughly maybe only 4 or 5 rounds, if that. What if we just did something basic like I don't know, like a cup shape? Like a little tumbler or something, we can do that. Maybe we can even have like a lip section there. That could work. And that's the fun thing about making Franken-patterns. I'm going, what the hell would I use that for? But that's the whole point. You got to figure that out. All right, so I'm going to go with this. Once again, I'll start off with 6 single crochet in a magic circle. Nope, 6 single crochet, 6 will increase by 6 again. But then I might go 12, just some single crochet around. Increase by 3 this time. So, no, that's not what I wanted. That'll bring us up to 15. And I might stick with 15 for the next couple of rounds. So we'll go rounds 5 to 7 can be 15 single crochet. And then, how do I want to do this lip section? Maybe I will increase by 3 again, but I'll do a front post single crochet. That's not something I use very often, but I do like the effect it has on amigurumi pieces. I do like the way the stitch looks. So yeah, let's chuck in 15 front post single crochet. And then we'll increase out by 3. 3, and that will do for piece number 2. I've done 2 in the round. I might make the third one in rows. You know what? Let's do a piece. It's just going to be a rectangle, but on a bit of a slant. And at the end, we're going to make it pointy. We're going to do this. So just really basic, or hopefully it should be really basic. And in order to make this, we'll start with a chain. I don't want it very wide, so I think we'll only chain 4, which means row 1 will be 3 single crochet, starting in the second chain from the hook. Then we will just stack the decreases, or in this case the single crochet 2 together, on one side and the increases on the other. So row 2 will be 1 increase, and then we'll follow that with a single crochet 2 together. We're going to use the same stitches. We're just going to switch them around so I keep my increases on the same side and my decreases on the opposite side. So for the rest of this piece, until we reach our points here, I'm just going to alternate between rows 2 and 3. I might do that twice more, possibly 3 times more. I don't want this to be a really long piece. I'm using shorthand at the moment, but when I write these patterns out for you guys, I will do it properly, so you're not trying to decipher my code. Sometimes I can't even decipher my own code, so I can't imagine what it'll be like for other people. But anyway, that's what we're going to do there. And then for the final stitches, I think I'm just going to use picot stitches to make these points. So the final row, which is row 8 at this stage, will be, so we should still have 3 stitches in our row. I'll do a picot stitch, a single crochet, you know what? Let's mix it up a bit. Let's do a slip stitch. We'll do a picot stitch, a slip stitch, and then another picot stitch. And that will be our final round of piece 3. Piece 4. What can I do for piece 4? I know sometimes with the Franken-patterns, it's good to have just a really simple basic shape. I mean, not that pieces 2 and 3 don't qualify as that, but I'm thinking really just small and basic. Maybe I can just do like a triangle. They're kind of useful to have around, but maybe we can, like we did with the original piece, maybe we can stack the increases a little bit so the triangle has like a subtle curve to it. So something more like this, which is sort of shark fin shaped or even horn shaped. So many potential uses for these pieces. So something like that. We'll start off once more. You know what? Let's try something different. Throw in a curveball. We're going to start off with 4 single crochet in a magic circle. Scratch that. I have a better idea. I will start off with 6. So I'm going to start off with 6 single crochet. I'm changing that from the 4. But rather than like increase by 3 or 6, I think I'm going to utilize using 3 single crochet in the same stitch to increase. So this time I'm going to do 1 single crochet, but then I'm going to do 3 single crochet in the same stitch in order to increase. I think that's going to give me an interesting shape. So that should take me up to 12. Am I doing the maths correct there? Yeah, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, maths. Round 3. I might make that 12 single crochet. And then we will, I think we'll just continue. I know I was going to give it like a curve, more of a curve, so that would mean I'd stack my increases here. But I'm going to change it up a bit. I think I'm just going to continue on with using the 3 single crochet in the same stitch to achieve the shaping. Now, you know what? I've changed my mind again. I'm going to combine my 2 ideas. I'm going to use the 3 single crochet in the same stitch here, but then I'm going to stack my increases here to try and get that curve, just because I want to see what that looks like. And I'm gonna leave it there. I've gone back and forth with this one so many times, and I don't really want to make it any bigger. So I'm gonna leave it there. No idea how that's going to turn out, but that's kind of the point of this challenge. So on to piece number, what are we up to? 5. For piece number 5, let's do something that is once again worked in the round, but we start off with a magic circle. So we're gonna get something that's kind of rainbow shaped. Like that. And then I think across the top, I'm gonna add in some popcorn stitches. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know I love me. You know I love me a good popcorn stitch. I can't not use them somewhere in this Franken pattern. So we'll start off with our magic circle down here. Darken that up so you guys can see, and then we'll do popcorn stitches across the top. Keeping it nice and simple, round 1 is my go-to 6 single crochet in a magic circle. Round 2, we're going to increase by 3 times 3 gets us 9, and then round 3 we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 increase, no, that should be 2. Increase for 12, and then I think we'll do round 4, we'll increase by 6. And then we will add in our popcorn stitches. I might alternate change color. So we'll add in a change color instruction there. We will alternate between a popcorn stitch and a spike stitch. So 1 popcorn stitch, 1 spike stitch, and we'll repeat that 9 times. So that's still 18. Again, that's just something I'm kind of interested in finding out how it will look. Because especially changing color, I think you can get some cool stuff going on there, but I won't know that for a little while yet. On to piece number 6, which will be our final piece for today. I'm thinking maybe just a basic round piece, because like as in a flat circle piece, because these could be classed as rounded pieces, even this one here, but they're not flat pieces, they're more 3D pieces. So I'll start with, like, I'll do a circle, I think. Let's start with the grey lead. So I'll do a circle, and then we can add a bit of flair to that. I won't be using the stitches I've used previously, so that rules out popcorn, rules out spike, it rules out picot. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do just a flat circle. I mean, that's a bit boring, isn't it? What else can I do? Maybe instead of using like an actual stitch, we can just add in some chains. So perhaps I could chain, say for example, 8, and then chain 6, then chain 8, then chain 6, and make my way around like that. That's one idea, I suppose. And it might be the one I have to go with because I don't really have any other ideas at this point. Yeah, maybe I'll just stick with the original idea. because what I like about the pieces, like the flat circle pieces, is I can always, like when I've crocheted them, you can always sort of fold them in half for like some use. I've done that in Franken-patterns in the past where you don't have to use it as a flat circle. There are ways to manipulate the piece for like various different uses. So it's kind of versatile in that way. So I might go with that. Once again, we're starting off with, you know what? No, I won't go with 6 single crochet in a magic circle this time. I will go with 8. So let's do magic circle, 8 single crochet. There we go. We'll increase that out to 16. And then we'll double it again and go with 32. I'm trying to picture how this will look in my head, and half my brain's going, yeah, that can look cool, and the other half's going, no, don't do it, but I'm gonna do it. Finally, I'm going to add round 4. I will alternate between, I know I said 8 and 6, but I think I might make the chains a bit longer than that. So I'll just write alt between, what do we reckon, maybe 12 and 8? Yes, we do reckon. Alternate between chain 12 and chain 8. So we just work our way all the way around. So in one stitch I would chain 12, then in the next stitch I would chain 8, working in the base or slip stitching into the base of each stitch after I finish chaining. So I'll make a note there, slip stitch into base of each chain. So that is all I wanted to do today. Well, to be honest, it's all I was capable of doing today, but that's what we're going to do. Oh, I didn't darken out my weird flower thing, whatever this is. So what I will do later on today, or possibly even tomorrow, because with my shoulder I'm struggling to use a computer as well. I really haven't been able to do much of anything for weeks, which has been incredibly frustrating, but I am slowly getting back into it. So when I'm able to, I will type this up. All these patterns, I will put them down in either the description or the pinned comment, as well as I'll have like a PDF version available on my Patreon. So I will put these patterns up when I can, hopefully in the next couple of days. So anyone who would like to participate in this Franken pattern challenge is more than welcome to. You can do it for personal reasons. I know many of you have your own YouTube channels too, so if you would, like to make your own Franken pattern video, you are more than welcome to do that as well. But for me personally, after I type this up, I'm going to put this away. I'm probably not going to look at it for a couple of weeks, but then when I'm able to, I will come back, I will crochet myself all of these pieces, or minimum of one of all of these pieces, and I'm going to try and put together my own Franken pattern. It's good because I know how terrible my memory can be, especially with the brain fog. So when I do come back to do this, it's going to be interesting trying to like re-examine my thought process and what I was thinking as I created these. I suppose that's one advantage of brain fog. You can kind of trick yourself sometimes because your memory just does not function properly or adequately. Like I've said, everyone is welcome to participate in this. Patterns will be made available. There's no real rules or restrictions. You can crochet as few or as many of these pieces as you like and put them together any way you want to. You can add decorative flair, like, what can you add? Embroidery, paint. What else have I used in the past? Needle felting, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, do what you want, customize until your heart is content, and most importantly, have fun with it. Now, before I finish up here today, we are going to do, and today's featured creator on the hookup is Leandri or Laylee, and she says, I am a small content creator sharing my passion with the world. I love making things and currently I do jewelry / beaded crafts, but would like to expand into other crafting areas. I absolutely love being a content creator. Totally feel that. I too thoroughly enjoy being able to make and edit fun little crochet videos and share them with other like-minded crochet people, so definitely can relate to that. Thank you all for sticking around to the end and watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, share it if you think it's worth sharing, and I will see you in the next one.